Welcome everyone to this daily Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is for January 2nd, 2017. I'm Athen, and this channel is about using the actual constellations in the sky, known as Sidereal Astrology. If you are new, be sure to check out the link down below because the signs are different. All right, so Happy New Year, everyone. Hope you all had a nice New Year's weekend. We are starting the astrology with a new moon from last week, continuing this week, so certainly a time of new beginnings all around. So the new moon last week was in Sagittarius, so this is about still very much focusing on what's possible in life and maybe learning more about our belief systems with Mercury retrograde. There's a lot to learn about our adventurous side, about possibilities, about our belief systems, about thinking big, and also understanding just generally more about those values of ours, about accessing that spirit of life. What really sparks that inner flame? And what is that life path? And where are things going? And although all that's in flux with Mercury retrograde, it's certainly a time of continuing with these inspirations or future possibilities. Now, the moon is in Aquarius to join up with all of the two of the fast-moving planets, Venus and Mars, also Neptune and the South Node, all in Aquarius here, really emphasizing this South Node energy. So basically what this has been is back in November we had Neptune go over the South Node. Then last week we had Mars go over the South Node. Later this week we're going to have Venus going over the South Node. So what is the South Node? The South Node is essentially all of the past stuff, where we're coming from. And this can be the past in this life. It can also be past in past lives. And it's always this sort of cleansing, this clearing, this transformation of releasing the past. So I think it's a good day for this. I think it's been a great time for this with the moon over the South Node today, perhaps making some changes, some transformations in order to free ourselves from some of this past karma. Because what ends up happening with the South Node is because there's been so much energy involved with it in the past, it's built a sort of karmic residue or an attachment or a comfort is another way of looking at it. So it's a really good day to see, are there any things that maybe in the past or right now we do feel comfortable with, but they might be taken to an extreme. Maybe it's an unhealthy perspective. Maybe it's an unhealthy belief system or a pattern or something like that in our lives that we can transform and change. And again, this is nothing new. This was already Mars last week and Neptune in November. But it's this continuous process. And collectively, what I think is being released is essentially these old ideals and these old perspectives of self. It's what Aquarius is all about. So there's past things having to do with our individualism, past things having to do with ideals for both ourselves and the community or the world at large. And as we do this inner work, as we do this releasing here this week and today, I think we'll find that we're allowing these older energies to go. It's freeing us up, it's liberating us, and the whole purpose of it, at least in a conscious level, is to pursue the life path. And this has been the North Node in Leo, which is that through all the South Node releasing of these past ideas of self and ideals and individualism and all this, it's helping us express ourselves. It's helping us learn more about what gives us passion, what gives us excitement, what we're interested in life. And although this is very new collectively, there's so much to learn at the moment. This year, 2016 and 2017, in regards to this passion for life, what we're passionate about, the inner spark, that inner flame. All right, so great day for spiritual activities, going within, seeing if there's any past patterns. This is the moon over the South Node. Venus, like I said, is getting closer to that. So later in the week, it might have more to do with relationships, or maybe it is starting to unfold because it's activating it. So maybe something to do with relationships, maybe something to do with values or finances, something like that. Some perspective, some pattern in our life, mostly internally, that can be changed to bring balance back to those key areas. Now, another thing we've got, which is supporting all this, is tomorrow we're going to have Mercury sextiling Venus. So that's going to be activated today too, in a sense that I think it's a great day for learning, maybe communication, exchanging with others. Could be good for relationships, in fact, particularly when it's about that more sharing of ideas or exchanging, or even business, which is Mercury. those types of things. But yeah, maybe just reading a book, maybe doing some writing, some journaling, maybe spending time with some friends, some family, and sharing some ideas could be enjoyable. All right, but the strongest energy is certainly this moon over the south node, suggesting that it is a great day for spiritual work, releasing the past, to free ourselves up in order to cultivate the new. And a lot of it is in regards to the new moon, which has been Sagittarius, about possibilities, about potentials, about expanding our horizons. That might be spiritually, emotionally, physically, mentally, whatever that is. But again, we're learning so much about this, so it's still good to be flexible, be adaptive with this, knowing that yes, it's still a time of new beginnings, but there's also flux. There's also things being reworked and reconsidered. So it's good to, yeah, kind of be open to that as well. All right, so I hope you guys have an awesome day. Thank you again for all of your support. And thank you so much for those of you who ordered a 2017 planner. That's been very helpful. Does definitely support this channel. And if you haven't yet gotten one, I'll put a link down in the comment section to order one. Basically, it's going into these exact daily aspects in a planner fashion for you to write down your goals and schedules and things like that. All right, so I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I'll see you all tomorrow.